If you didn't see the last video, you're missing out. But really, we installed these cabinets and I think they look phenomenal. So the first thing every new set of cabinets needs is a countertop. And I think I've explained this in a video before, but I'm gonna make the countertops out of hard maple and it's gonna take me a while. So I think for now, I'm just gonna go to Home Depot, get a nice piece of sanded plywood, cut it to shape, and just fit it on here with a couple of nails. And that'll give us something to use so that I'm not rushed to make a nice countertop and do a bad job. So anyways, that's what I'm gonna do. I've been loading up stuff in the garage and I'm gonna go return some things, pick up that piece of plywood, and then I will make the countertop for here. And then, I don't know what we're gonna do. Maybe grout, maybe paint, I don't know. We'll find out. I just got back from Home Depot with the plywood and Katie and I set it up here. So what I'm gonna do now is take my pencil and trace the outline underneath of it so that it's perfect and I don't have to do any measuring. It's just way easier. And then as you can see, there's a gap here. So I will cut a sliver to fit there and then I'll cut another piece to fit inside it and glue them together. So we'll have a solid countertop in 20 or 30 minutes, I would say. The main part of the top is installed. I just used some finish nails and then used a nail set to set them below the surface. Again, I think I already told you this, but in case I didn't, this is just temporary. Actually, it is gonna stay there, but I'm gonna make a nice top that will go on here and really just make it look good. A butcher block out of hard maple. So this will stay on there though, because I'm just gonna make the top about this thick and lay it on there, and then I'll put a face frame around it that's a little bit thicker to make it look thicker than it really is. And that'll save a lot of money on wood. Also a lot of money, not a lot of money, just a lot of time milling larger pieces. And yeah, so looks good. I'm gonna cut another small piece for this and then put one underneath it, glue them together, and we should be good to go. I got the countertops done. You can see, well, they're full of my tools, but this is plenty good enough for a base layer, and then I'll put a solid top on it of hard maple. But it'll work for now. And I don't know if I told you, but we're gonna get an undermount sink, and it's actually black. It's a quartz material, I don't really know. And then we'll have a faucet up here. I was gonna put that in today, but the garbage disposal that Home Depot has is $100, and then you have to buy the power cord and the gasket and I don't remember, something else you have to buy, and it all added up to about 70 bucks. So it was $170 for the garbage disposal at Home Depot, and it didn't have great reviews. It was okay, I would have bought it, but there's one on Amazon for $50 that has 4.8 star review out of 3,000 reviews. So I'd say it's pretty good. It's $50 and it comes with all the accessories. So I ordered that. I figured it was worth saving $130 or so. And yeah, so I don't know when that's going to come in, probably Wednesday. And I don't know if we'll have time before we head out for all the Christmas festivities. But as for now, I'm going to clean up all this nightmare of tools and extension cords, air line, all this trash from the cabinets, and make it so that Katie and I can Katie and I can put all our stuff up in the cabinets when we get back from church later. So you guys don't want to watch that. It's pretty boring. So I will pick up with you if I decide to do anything else cool. I forgot to buy the tiles at Home Depot, so I'll probably stop by on our way home and get those, and then maybe I'll do that tonight so that they can cure, and then I can grout before we head up for Christmas. I picked up some more tiles at Home Depot yesterday, and I'm going to work on getting them filled in here so that tomorrow I can at least start grouting. I kind of hate tile and grout, so it might take me a couple days to grout all of this because yeah, I still have to clean it. It's completely covered in drywall, mud, and whatnot, and then I also need to cut that little triangle piece for right there. So first thing, I'm going to vacuum and clean up all the dust from when I did the cabinets, and then I'll measure and go outside in the garage and make some cuts because there's so few. I'm just not going to worry about bringing the saw inside. Katie cleaned up, she vacuumed, and I cut some pieces so the 3 fit. I'm going to go ahead and there's a little gap on the edge, so I'm going to go ahead and use a 4th tile and just make them line up with these full ones, and then cut pieces to fit. So the lines this way will match up. It really doesn't matter because no one's going to see it, but if I have to cut 4 tiles anyways, I'm just going to make them match up. It's no more cutting or work. It's actually probably easier than cutting a tiny skinny one over there. Anyways, Katie was trying to organize the kitchen, but one of the drawers, this is why you don't buy cheap cabinets, I guess, but one of the drawers just came apart a little bit, so it just fell apart. So you can tell they totally missed the wood with their nails. So I'll just pull those nails out, put some glue in there, and then shoot a couple staples, because staples are way better at holding this together than nails are. So I'll shoot some staples through there, and then the drawer will be better than new. I got all the pieces cut, so I'm gonna go mix up some thin set, and then I'll put those down, and then Katie's working on this cabinet over here, so once she's done, I will put that piece in. I mixed up my thin set just a little bit, don't need a whole lot. I'm just gonna take the bucket scoop, throw some on here, and then I'll take the notched trowel and start spreading this out. So use this to spread it out, and really these should be deeper for this big of a tile, which I went small even though I knew that it should be bigger because I didn't want the gap like over here by the hardwood floor. I didn't want that gap to be too big, and if this is deeper, the tiles would sit up higher. So anyways, if you're doing this, use a deeper one, you know, 1/2 inch deep or 3/4 of an inch deep. You just spread it out nice and smooth. Want to make sure you cover the entire area. And the flat side really helps get it stuck to all the parts, and then the notched part you just use to finish it, because those pockets help it flatten out even with the tile so that the tile doesn't crack. And on these big tiles, that's why you want deeper notches so it can level itself out easier. And just like that, the tile is set. It's got to cure for 24 hours before I can grout it, which is fine because it'll probably take me 24 hours to finish the rest of this stuff. So I'm gonna cut this piece, which I don't really know how I'm gonna measure it. Oh, I do know. Do you know where that little cool thing is? I bet it's over here. I bought this thing on Amazon and I've only used it one time, but it makes it really easy to find the angles. You know that yellow thing? Oh, I bet it's in the garage. My garage is a wreck. Here it is. This thing is like adjustable, so you can fit it and then you just trace it. So we'll try it. I've never really used it on any space this small, so I don't know if it'll work, but it's worth a shot. All right, so that's the basic shape. I just took one of these bars out, it's kind of in the way, but that's the basic shape. So I'll just take it and put it on a corner and then trace the inside of this was the line. What do you know? It fit perfect. Well, I got the tile done that I needed to get done. It's getting pretty late because we started at like 8:30. And anyways, so we're gonna call it a night here. We're gonna end the video right here, and then tomorrow I will pick up and start grouting. So that'll be a separate video, kind of what I do, and hopefully you guys can give me pointers or learn something from it. That's the goal of all of this. So anyways, yeah, this is kind of where we're at right now. We haven't put the doors on, but we did put the drawers in. So the doors will paint while they're off, and then we'll probably pull the drawers out with the stuff in them just to paint more easily. But it's coming together, and we hope that we can finish the kitchen and the living room by the end of January, which is probably doable, but we got a lot of work to do.
But I have cabinets.
Bye!
Bye!
No, I'm telling you bye.